Okay, I'm going to show you your user interface here in each program. I've got all three open, Chief, Interiors, and Home Designer Pro here, just so that we can see that for the most part, they have all the same tools. So as we move through the lessons, if you are in Interiors or Home Designer Pro, everything that I do in Premiere, you're going to be able to do over here. And the tools, the icons are the same, and the tools, the way that everything is set up, it all looks the same. So if you're in Home Designer Pro or Interiors, you'll be able to follow along easily as I work in Premiere. And if there is something different, I will point it out for you, and we'll do any workarounds that we need to make it happen. So in all three, you've got your basic menus across the top here, as you do in any program, and these all correspond to the different icons here. And you can rearrange these menus here however you want. Once you get used to working in the program and you have certain tools that you use, you can rearrange. You can like move these around and rearrange them however you like to set this up for yourself in all three of these. So we've got our tools across the top here. And then these icons here, your basic, save and print here. And then in Premiere and Interiors, you've got these menus available here for your saved plan views and your saved layer sets and annotation sets. You have those here, but you don't have that in Home Designer Pro. So that's one difference there in your menu. And let's see, but you've got, these are your default settings. And let's see, this moves up and down between floors. So if you've got more than one floor, you can move up and down here. And these are going to be your cameras, your different camera views. So this is going to make any elevations or orthographic views that you want. These are going to be your different perspective views for your cameras. And then the same here. The difference in Home Designer Pro is here we've got this perspective floor overview, and what that does is it cuts the roof off and the ceiling so you can see down like a bird's eye view. In Home Designer Pro, that's called the dollhouse view. So that's going to be it's just called dollhouse view. All right, so those are your cameras. These are your paint tools. So this will pick up materials and paint it. If you need to change materials, we can open this, and it opens the material dialog. And this transfers your properties, and these are all your materials here. And these are cameras and rendering here. And let's see, we've got that here too, and we've got so here in Home Designer Pro, you're not going to have as many rendering options, but you do have the camera views and the elevations and sections and everything. And then these here are going to be your building tools that are going to correspond here. So this is how you make your walls, railings, curved walls, doors, windows, cabinets, electrical stairs, floors, as in like your levels, your roofs, framing, exteriors. These are your solids. This is a slab, and these are your primitives tools, which make shapes. You can just drop in shapes if you need the shapes. And you do not have that tool in Home Designer Pro. You don't have polyline solids there in Home Designer Pro. You do have it here in Interiors. These are all your dimensions and measuring tools. These are automatic dimensionings, text tools, revisions, 2D drawing tools. And then this is going to be your ray tracing tools. This right here changes your tool view. So there's different views here. I'm just going to stay here in the default the whole time, so we're not going to worry about those. So then over here on this side, I'm going to make this a little bit bigger just so that we can see this whole thing over here. These are your various view tools. These turn things on and off for views, and you can zoom, and this is like your layers. So if you need to kind of see through to see down to the first floor from the second floor, so you can trace things or line things up, like when you use trace paper over top so you can see through. This toggles the color and the line weight. So these are all your viewing tools. And then these, of course, is your library, all of your library items here. Your project browser shows you everything you've got working within this project. So as you get your project gets bigger and bigger, all of your things that you have in here to keep organized are there. And then these are all of your layers. So these are very handy. Let me shut that down. You've got the same options here and all these here in interiors. And let me open Home Designer Pro. You only have a library browser over here. You don't have the project browser or the layer displays. And then, but you do, here's all your view tools over here as well. But you don't have the project browser, like I said, over there, or your layers. So to get to your layers, you just go here. This is the your layer options, and you can turn your layers on and off in here. And you just don't have the project browser. So let's get out of that and shut this down. All right, next I want to show you a menu that pops up that you can't see just in your general interface until you start working with things. So let me open up Premiere all the way. And so when you start to have things in your project, you're going to get a new menu that pops up. So I am going to just drop in a cabinet because that's easy. So I've got that there. And when I select the item, a new menu pops up down here with all sorts of new stuff. And some of this will vary depending on the object. And so this button is going to open up the dialog box for that item. So if you're getting into customizing the item and you need to make changes to it, that's how you get into the item itself and make changes in there. This is going to copy and paste. That's going to delete. This will move the item around so you can move it very precisely. And this will multiple copy if you need to make an array or anything like that. These selection tools, this is another move tool. If you have a custom item, adding it to your library. If you have two objects, this is like your center tool. You can grab that and center it. Let's see. This menu only pops up when you have something selected. This will mirror and match properties. This is your layering, like bring to front or send to back. These are specific to cabinets, so you can show the doors open or closed. These are more cabinet tools. These are the align tools. This is to set your object as the properties as a default, and you can convert it to a symbol and look for it'll find it in your library as well. So this menu pops up only when you have something selected, and some of these change depending on what it is. So that is your general tools, what everything is along here. So I just also want to show you as you start learning the tools and learning to be more efficient, you're going to want to start learning these what they call them the hotkeys or keyboard shortcuts. So most everyone knows these: cut and paste. Control X for cut, Control C for copy, and then paste is typically Control V in just about any program that you use. So that's the same here, and it's the same idea. So a lot of these tools have built-in shortcut keys. So if you want to draw a wall, you'd click W. So you'll learn these as you go, but I wanted to point those out, that those a lot of those are presets, and as you get more advanced, you can set up some of your own as well. So just let's look at here in so yeah, it would be the same in Home Designer Pro. That's a more advanced skill, but I want to just show you so you can start working on that, and I will mention them as I can throughout the lessons as well. As I use them, I will mention them. So that is the those are your general tools, and if you watched my previous video about the software comparison between these three, then I went into quite a bit of detail on some of these and explained more the differences between the three programs. But this is just a general tool overview for you to kind of get used to the interface.